Hi, today we're going to be going over our first body weight exercise. So in the body weight routine, all you're going to need is your own body weight. There's no additional tools or resources required. The first exercise we're going to go over is the push-up. For the push-up, we do have a standard way we like to do push-ups. So what you want to do, start off lying down on the ground, take the thumbs and bring them into the armpit. Space them out 2 inches. And once you're in this position, you will have a couple of options. Option number 1 is going to be from the knees, pushing the whole body up as one piece and back down to the ground. Making sure you get full range of motion with each rep. Or for a slightly more difficult variation, simply coming up onto the toes and doing the same motion. The next exercise I'm going to go over is called a no money. This is going to bring some opening up to the chest as well as engaging the upper back. For this, you're going to stand up, bring your elbows into your sides, and have your palms facing up. Draw your shoulder blades together by driving your thumbs back. Hold that position for 3 seconds, and back to center. Really focusing on contracting those upper back muscles with each rep. The next movement we're going to do is we're going to drop back down to the ground and do what's called a Glute Ham Bridge to work your glutes and hamstrings. With this motion, you're going to bring your heels into your glutes, raise the hips up, pause for 3 seconds, and back down. Making sure you're contracting both the glutes and hamstrings as you drive those hips up into the air and back down. To make this a little more challenging, you can switch to a single leg by extending one leg out, driving up, holding, and coming back down. To further increase the difficulty of this exercise, all you would need to do is extend the amount you're holding it from 3 seconds to 4 seconds, 5, however long you feel comfortable holding that position, and then being sure you get the total number of reps in as well. Our next exercise, we're going to be working the quads a little bit. You're going to have a few variations for a squat. Your squat, you're going to start feet out, shoulders width distance apart, toes pointed slightly out. With this, you're going to shift your hips back as if you're going to sit into a chair, drop straight down, and come back up. From the side, it'll look a little like this. And with this motion, only go down as far as is comfortable. If you experience any pain, tension, or discomfort, simply shorten the range of movement until you feel comfortable going a little lower and eventually working in to that full range of motion. To make this a little bit more advanced, you would simply add a jumping motion to it by coming up more explosively out of the bottom position and elevating off the ground with each rep. Next, we're going to shift over to the core. For the core, we're going to use a plank position. So you're going to have 2 options, either coming up onto your hands and toes and holding this position here, or the elbows and toes and holding this position here. You're welcome to do whichever is most comfortable for you. If you have wrist issues, you may want to do the elbows. For this one, you're just going to hold that position until you're no longer able to support a tight core. If you find yourself really arching the butt up or dropping the hips down, go ahead and drop the knees, mark the time that you were able to get, and then proceed to the next exercise. We want you to record all of your exercises and how many reps you're able to do, as well as time if it's an extended exercise, so that you'll be able to track your progress as you go. If you can't get what we recommend for that first exercise, that's absolutely fine. That's simply your goal, and eventually you'll want to surpass that anyway. Our final exercise is called a 3-way leg raise. This is going to be for balance. It's also going to work muscles in the hip. You're going to balance on one leg, extend the front foot out front, out to the side, and to the back. If you have a little bit of difficulty with balance, you're welcome to go forward and then bring the foot back to neutral before extending out, back to neutral, and back. Otherwise, keep that foot elevated the whole time and simply shift it between those 3 positions. Finish one leg and go to the second. Now, for how many reps and sets you want to do with each of these exercises, that's going to depend on your own physical ability level as well as what your goals are. If you're looking for a little bit more strength-based fitness, meaning you get your cardiovascular exercise elsewhere, whether it's biking or running or any other type of cardio movements, you may want to dial back the reps and increase the intensity, meaning that each motion is going to be the more challenging option, but you will only be doing between 10 and 15 reps per set. If you're looking for a little bit more cardio, you're going to want to extend them to 20 reps per set, although you might not need to push the intensity quite so much for each set. Additionally, if you're looking for strength, you're going to give yourself more rest in between sets. The reason is we want more quality output from each exercise, so you want to go a little bit harder with a little bit less repetitions, but you're giving yourself longer recovery. For cardio, if you want a little bit more of a cardio base developed from your workout, you really want to cut those rests short, but because of that, you're not going to be able to push the intensity quite as much. So you'll go a little bit lighter on the exercise, you'll go for more reps, and you'll fire through each one of those exercises with much less recovery in between sets. For more information on how many reps or sets that you need to do, refer back to your exercise sheet that we have provided, and hope to see you on our next video.